in this first year. What is the current sentiment? What is the current situation happening within the United States in regards to this second term of the Trump administration?
Trump campaigned that he would not start any new wars, but now he's trying to overthrow the government of Iran. We've seen his criminal actions against Venezuela. Here in Haiti, there's more U.S. soldiers and mercenaries invading every day. The U.S. people are seeing they've been sold a false bill of goods. That Donald Trump is the ultimate hypocrite. He's only acting in the interest not of the American people, but of himself and a tiny clique of billionaires. We see the incredible police state, the violence that exists in Minnesota and Oregon. There's so many contradictions within our own society. It's amazing that they think they can go on and invade and regime change and coup countries around the world.
The imperial pretensions of this Donald Trump administration has been put clear to the international, to the international community. You were referring to Venezuela, but before we go into Venezuela, there's right now happening his intention to take over Greenland under the alleged excuse that is for self-defense and to prevent Russia and China from taking over Greenland, something that both Russia and China have denounced that is completely false. What is the current state? Because this is impacting not let's say, the enemy of the U.S., but it's impacted directly the closest allies of the U.S. within NATO and also between many European nations.
Yeah, it's time for Europe to stand up. It's time for Europe to stop being the backyard, another colony of the United States. We'll see. All the European countries, specifically Germany, England, France, has followed the U.S.'s lead with the war on Russia, with the war on Iran, with the war on China. Can the Europeans have some type of actual integrity in terms of defending Greenland from Trump and from U.S. capital interests, transnational capital interests that will seek to destroy the Arctic? They'll destroy any part of the world if it means more profits for their pockets and their bank accounts. So it's really Trump and the billionaire clique versus all of humanity, from Greenland to Iran to Venezuela to Cuba and across the world.
You were also referring to previously to Venezuela and Iran. What is going to be the impact of the criminal action that Donald Trump administration took on January 3rd against the Bolivarian Republic and the kidnapping of the constitutional president Nicolas Maduro and First Lady Celia Flores, the impact that it has for the international systems like the UN and all these different organizations we are supposed to prevent things like this from happening, which have been put into question their effectiveness to deal with this kind of crisis. What is going to be the impact not only for Venezuela now, but the entire region, because now is the rule of the jungle. With the use of force, they can do whatever they want, and if they don't, then they will have the military response, which is also now being threatened. Mexico, for example, Colombia, which are also currently under U.S. threats of military action on the ground.
It shows precisely what we've known for so long. International law, the United Nations, the OAS, all of these bodies are really paper bodies. They're fictitious. The Trumps, the Bidens, the Obamas, Republicans, two wings of them, and both bow down before their dictates, like a Cuban prying off a piece of China, like Taiwan, trying to use Ukraine to build up more NATO and U.S. bases as a threat to Russia's self-determination. Right now, we're seeing perhaps the most bold, defiant, arrogant iteration of U.S. imperialism. The imperialists themselves, the ruling class, are disgusted with Trump because he's so open about wanting the resources of a Greenland, of a Venezuela. Usually they use more pretext and diplomatic language to justify their coups, their invasions, their occupations. There's been over 200 of them in South America and the Caribbean. And it's ongoing, and it's really going to be the humanity, the 8.3 billion members of humanity. If we don't stand up, if we don't organize, these billionaires will continue to use the U.S. military for their own benefit. U.S. soldiers soldiers are not conscious. They've been fed nothing but propaganda against Venezuela, against Iran. But the Iranian people, the Venezuelan people, are not our enemy, nor is their leadership. We don't want war here. We want peace so everyone can thrive.
Danny, before we conclude, you're currently in Haiti. What's the current situation in the Caribbean nation?